Hey everyone, how's it going? So I've been getting some requests to try this drawing out, and I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to show you guys how to draw Skeleton Godzilla. So, I'm just going to kind of play around with this one and just kind of mess around and see what we can come up with. So let's start with the head. So starting right here, I'm just going to just kind of draw a line that is just going to kind of curve down. And it's just going to kind of make a little kind of crazy shape like this. Then, starting right here, I'm going to just kind of draw lines, just going to go up. It's going to go around it and then down like this. Then starting here, I'm just going to draw lines, just going to go up, kind of curve back, and then it's going to kind of curve up and then down. Then starting here, I'm just going to kind of draw lines, just going to curve around, and then back up. And then starting here, I'm going to draw lines, just going to kind of curve down like this. And then it's just going to kind of come around. And then I'm just going to kind of curve back like this. Then starting here, I'm just going to draw lines, just going to kind of curve down and then come back over to here to connect there. Then I'm going to make a small kind of like oval curved moon shape like this for where the nose is going to be. And then I'm just going to kind of make another big oval shape right here, kind of similar to like a lot of the dinosaur skulls. Then I'm going to add some sharp curved teeth in here. Then starting here, I'm going to draw lines, just going to kind of curve down and then around to here. I'm going to bring it down and then back up to here. And then just kind of curve this up to here. Then I'm going to add some more kind of sharp teeth in there. Then I'm going to add another little line, just kind of curves up to here. And then I'm going to add a little space right in here. And I'm going to put some more teeth on there. Then, starting here, I'm going to draw just kind of like a little line that's almost kind of like a rectangular shape. And I'm going to add a couple more of those, just kind of curving down a little bit, kind of get started on where his neck is going to be. And then on top of these, I'm just going to add some kind of very little kind of pointy spikes like this to kind of show that the spikes and the bones are kind of connected. Then what I'm going to do is once I stop right there, I'm going to kind of come to here and I'm going to start right here. I'm going to draw a line just going to kind of curve in like this, and then I'm just going to kind of go down and then back up. Just kind of like a crazy little shape. Then I'm going to just kind of repeat these a little bit, and I'm going to make them just kind of go a little bit bigger as I start to kind of go down. And these are just going to kind of help form the spine. Now, starting right here, I'm just going to draw a line that's just going to kind of go down. It's going to kind of curve towards here. Then starting up here, I'm just going to kind of curve this around. And then bring it back up to here. Then starting here, I'm just going to draw a line that's just going to kind of curve out like this, and then just kind of curve around, back up here. I'm going to draw two little lines right here, kind of color that space in. And then I'm just going to draw another little line that just kind of curves out to here. And then I want to make this kind of like his hand, and I'm just going to draw a little line, it's just going to curve around. And then I'm just going to make some kind of long rectangular shapes like this. Then I'm going to add a couple more onto the ends, put another one at the end of each one, and then make like a nice sharp claw at the end. Now, starting right here, we want to kind of start with his ribs. So starting here, I'm going to draw a line. It's just going to kind of curve down to here, come to a point, and then curve back. And then I'm going to just kind of keep adding these all the way around, make them get kind of bigger, and I want them to kind of connect up here. And I'm just going to kind of keep doing this all the way around. Put some of the ribs kind of a little bit farther. And then I'll put kind of like a smaller one right here. Then kind of coming back up here, I'm just going to draw some lines. They're just going to kind of go out and then down and then kind of come back up. These just kind of add some extra little bones kind of around his neck area. Then I'm going to add some extra little lines just kind of in between all these, just to kind of make it look like it's all connected. Then as I kind of come down here towards the ribs, I'm going to draw a line that just kind of curves around, kind of down. I'm going to bring it back up like this to kind of show where his kind of pelvic hip bone is. Another line kind of up here. Then start here, I'm just going to draw a big line, just kind of curves around. Kind of comes back up like this. Then there's a line just going to kind of curve around here. Draw another little line right around it. Then I'm just going to add a couple little curved lines around here. And then starting here, I'm just going to draw a line, just kind of goes down. It's going to kind of curve around here. Put a couple more on here. Then I'm just going to add some extra little lines around here. And then just some claws at the end. And I know he has 4 claws, so I'm just going to put 3 on there for right now. That's just what we're going to see. Then put another little line back here on his leg. Then I'm going to put just kind of like another bone coming down here. Then, starting over here, we want to kind of work on his tail. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of start a line. It's just going to go down, kind of curve up and in. Now I'm just going to put a little bump on it like this. And I'm just going to kind of continue some of these lines kind of all the way down. And I'm just going to make them a little bit simpler as I move down towards the tail. And just going to kind of continue these down. Kind of keep them about the same size for a little bit. And then we're just going to make them smaller and smaller as we just kind of move down towards the tip of his tail. Now we want to add some of his spikes on here. So starting right up here, I'm just going to just kind of draw a line that just kind of goes up and then kind of comes down. And I'm just going to kind of continue these along his back as we just kind of move up. And they're going to get bigger and bigger and a little bit wider And then once they reach about this midway point, then we want to start making them get smaller and smaller as they kind of travel down his tail. And we're just going to kind of make these get smaller and smaller as we go all the way down. So now we have the basic shape of him, and now we want to add some more of the different details and stuff. So making bones look real are pretty fun, you know. I'm just going to add some extra little lines in here. And there's really no right or wrong way to do this. It's just kind of all about adding extra lines in these different places, kind of making lots and lots of broken lines around the mouth, adding extra little curved lines that might start in the middle and then kind of run into the sides, adding extra little lines around here and different places you can make it look three-dimensional. Gonna add some extra little lines onto these parts here. Like I'm gonna start on this line, just kind of curve up and do the same thing here. That'll just kind of help it look a little bit more realistic. Just add extra little curved lines around here. Adding extra lines around the shape too of the bones, like this, is gonna really help it make it look realistic. Like the bones have, you know, different movement to them almost. It's really going to help make the shape look realistic. Just adding extra little lines around here. Different little things like this. On these ribcage bones, I'm just going to add just some little lines that just kind of go right around the side of it, like this. Add some little lines that are just going to kind of curve around, just to make them look like they are curved and a rounder bone, not so like straight or flat. And that just really helps it. Do some more around there. I'm going to put some more little lines up here along this kind of neck bone area. Then on this big bone here, this gives you a lot of opportunity to try different things. You can start on the inside and then just kind of run along the shape of the bone. Kind of do that in some other little spots. And then even just making little broken lines that kind of run around the shape here. Little lines that just kind of travel around. Different little things like this just really kind of help it look neat and creative. Trying different little things and spots on here. Different little places and things like this. Just adding lots of little extra lines. I want to add some little curves onto all of these bones just to make it look like they're in like segments or different pieces. Then just kind of coming in and adding different, you know, little lines all the way around. Then even on the spikes up here, just kind of adding extra little lines where there are bumps and different things. That's going to make it look like it's got different texture to it, different parts. Even starting here towards the bottom and then just kind of bringing some different broken lines up. All this is just little details that are really going to help make this kind of stand out. Gonna bring some more lines in around the face. When I'm drawing, I'm always working on one spot, and then I see something that I want to add to another spot, and I just kind of jump to it, so I'm always kind of jumping around in my drawings. And just add some extra little lines around everywhere. And in here, I'm going to add some more lines in here, just to kind of make it look like there's more of like his spine going down. I might add some extra little lines that kind of curve around here, just to kind of make it look like the ribs on the other side are kind of popping through. Add some extra little spaces. Add some more little lines under here. More little details. And just kind of add little lines and details around everywhere. And there you go. There is your drawing of a Godzilla skeleton. Now, I know I don't have the other arm in here or the other foot. I'm just kind of giving this kind of like a profile side view of it. But there you go. I'm going to fast forward and start coloring this. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed.